So this is a report. This is free on the internet off of TA, and just so that you get an idea of what this looks like. So this is my school, and I'm very, very proud of my school. Just like all of you, when you start your school, it's your school. You are part of that team. Oh, and I didn't give you this, and I hope you all can see it from the back. Okay, so I have all subjects, reading, math, and writing. So in the green part, that green highlight, it says phase in 1, level 2. Phase in level 1. Phase in 1, which is that blue part, level 2. Okay? So if you look, Ricardo, can you go back to the one before? They're giving us the percentage, phase 1, level 2. They're telling us, what percentage did your kids meet at 50%? And at each grade, it changes a little bit. It goes up. Can you go back to that other one? Okay. So in all subjects, our school got a 93. That's not bad. In reading, 94% of our kids met that standard. In math, 95. In writing, 91. Woo, we celebrate. Ooh, yeah. What is our reality? Okay. So look at final level 2. Final level. Ricardo, go back. Final level 2. They're giving us final level. How many of our kids scored a 75%? Go back. 58. We went from a 93 to a 58. Uh-oh. Our level 3 advanced. We got a 27%. That's pretty good. For us, that's really good. When you look at schools around the state, around the city, you have single digits. 16, 14, 6%, 5%. We were the top school in Socorro. But we still have a huge window. That's not good. It's not. Okay, so reading, we went from a 94, and then we go to a 62, and then our level 3, a 33. Okay. The average for the state for level 3 was a 12. Okay, and then math, 95, 57, 30, and then writing. Writing, colleges have been telling schools, public schools, you're not preparing your students for writing. You're not. They're coming in. They're having to take remediation courses. So what does the state do? We have an expository and a narrative writing. Okay. So 95. Woo, yeah, you. 57. Oh, excuse me. 61. 61. Level 3. 17. Okay. Talk to the person next to you. What does this mean for our instruction? What does it mean for our teachers and our kids? I'm going to give you 30 seconds. What does that mean? Why is that important to what's happening in the classroom? When a school does well under STAAR, automatically the immediate says they go to, oh, they do a lot of test prep. They do a lot of test prep. And Ricardo will, my colleagues will let you know that is not. If you do that, you're going to fail. You're failing. You're not going to pass. You're not going to make it. It's not. So we have to change that mentality. You're not. Your most successful schools under STAAR, I want you to realize there's a lot of very strategic thinking that has been going on in there. Okay? And you are going into a field. And we're going to ask you to bring in your higher order thinking. How are we going to do that? How is that going to happen? If you have that magic secret, you are going to be the most sought after teacher. Teachers, principals are going to go find out what is happening in that classroom. Okay? This group in the back.
And what I found is that the students, 7th grade, don't know their timetable. They know the concept. They know the procedure. But they cannot do it because they don't know the timetable. They cannot get to the answer. And they're getting cranky, you know. I don't expect a 7th grader, half of the class don't know the timetable. I just ask them, 3 times 7 is what? They just look at me blank as if I'm a creature from outer space. They say, we have to look at the chart. I say you cannot look at the chart when you have your exam. Although the teacher posted the chart in the school, right? But you cannot use it when you go for your exam, you know.
So we're having to fight two things.
I found that you can teach them concept, critical thinking, but the basic is not there. The basic concept of fundamental of mathematics, the multiplication table, they don't even have it.
And so the state is telling us, you have two jobs, two responsibilities, and it's our job. We have to teach three jobs. Skill, basic skills, where they are automatic, automaticity. We have to teach concepts, are they able to apply it? And we have to teach the problem solving, are they able to analyze it? We're having to fight those three. That's our responsibility when it comes to teaching our kids. So I have 5th grade teachers, I have 3rd grade teachers that are over. The kids that we got this year are not ready. They don't know skills, they are requiring a lot. And they keep harping on it, and it's my job to say, this is what we have now, what are we going to do about it? That's my job. That is our job. That's what we signed up for. If we had got kids at 3rd grade, ready for 3rd grade, guess what? I'd be out of a job. They don't need me. They need to go on to 4th grade then. That is my responsibility. And you have to own that. You have to own the students that you get. You have to own, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're fighting 3 things. Concepts and skills, basic skills, applying, and critical thinking. And it's the critical thinking that we're struggling the most with. Okay? Did you all want to share anything from this group at the front?
Well, we were just saying that it's the students are just doing the basic skills. They're not being pushed to do the critical thinking. It's just the basic, and that's where they stay at. That's what they practice.
And they're getting like you said, they're getting the worksheets, and we're not giving them opportunities to write. We're not giving them opportunities to practice. And at all subjects. My next slide, I didn't put it in here, my next one, but look at this. Writing is taught in 4th grade. Is it the 4th grade's responsibility to do all of this? Whose responsibility is it? Kinder, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, pre-K. It's everybody's responsibility. It's our responsibility. Math, is it just that grade level? No. It's kinder, pre-K, kinder, 1st, 2nd. On my next slide, I didn't put it on here, I have science. Science was our lowest one. And we freaked out because the year before we had been #1 when it came to the district. In the 9th, we were at 80%, 5th grade science. And last year, we went up to an 87. We moved our level 3s from 6 to 25. But yet we weren't the top. We were #4. And at our school is, we put in the work, so we expect an outcome. And when there's not that outcome, we freak out. What happened? What did we do? We analyze what are we going to change, what do we do differently, right away. So I'm going to go back to 5th grade science. 5th grade science tests 3rd grade standards and it tests 4th grade standards. But is it just those grades? The processing, the scientific process and the analytical thinking happens since kinder. Problem with the problem and hypothesis. Let's look at data. Those standards, TA has said, the law says they start at kinder. It's all of our responsibility. So when you have a systemic issue, this is when a principal will come in and say, you know what, for a second, this is your writing block, and at this time, I better see this writing block, and these are the resources that we're going to use. There's a thinking behind it, okay? And so my 1st grade teachers are very upset because they don't even know how to read, and they can write, and we don't have time. It needs to happen. Why? Because it's all of our responsibilities. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, go to the next one. STAAR is assessing content and skills at a greater depth and higher level of cognitive complexity for all students. It's no longer just our low, our medium, or our high, all of our students. There's a word that's going around right now, and it's differentiation. We've known it all along that we have, guess what? Not all our kids are at grade level. Guess what? Not all our kids are high. I have Fulanita over here who is coming in. She's in 3rd grade. She's coming in. She's reading at a 1st grade level. I have Ricardo over here. He's GT. He's already reading 5th grade book novels. That's my dynamics. And the state is telling us we are responsible for the growth of all of the kids. All of the kids. So right now, we're going to be hearing a lot of differentiation. We have to be able to address the needs of each child.